Okay, I'm done now. So, yeah, this is about really a company called Awake, which some of the folks here in the room are involved with now. And it really is about the future, right? Our future as human beings. And the state of our world and our economies, and really about people, in the end. And so, to transform the problems of today is really an opportunity. And that new world is what I mean by that $100 trillion economy. And fundamentally, we know that that is going to be people powered. It's going to be decentralized. The world of the future is fundamentally decentralized, right? So that's where we're focused. We're also focused on, the fact that I usually talk about this first, usually because people only care about money. So I start with venture. But really, my driver is the fact that the middle class and the lower class and basically the whole world is fucked. So early stage venture is broken, right? And that's because me as an entrepreneur, and everybody here would probably agree, that we make money as an entrepreneur and we lose it as angels. That's fundamentally the cycle of creation and destruction of capital, right? And some of those maybe make it big or whatever, right? But that's stupid. We know nobody here builds an app without an operating system. How come we're building companies with no operating system? Right? So that's like a part of the driver. How do you build early stage venture much smarter? Right? And it's not a real slide deck, by the way, because I don't really present this stuff. It's just like a thought diagram for myself, right? So it's not really, doesn't have the build that I would usually use if I was doing a deck. So it should be in the sleek but bleak Jetsonian future, powered by AI, automation, and robots, which we all know is coming. We're all investing in it. There's a mad rush in AI. There's a mad rush in automation. There's a mad rush in all of this stuff. But as we know, since the last 15 years of Facebook and other connected social platforms, we as a human society are fucked, right? Depression is off the charts, anxiety is off the charts, suicide rates are off the charts. It's like, mental wellness alone by 2030, 11 years from now, is going to be a $6 trillion industry. So that's one of the verticals we're focused on. But really the problem is to stop it from happening, really, right? And that's where the real thing is. Now, in this future, let me say this, I come from commerce and ad tech, right? Ad tech, by the way, is audience engineering. It's because people want to sell things that they have advertising. So in other words, the world is a marketplace, right? But the point I was trying to make is now forgotten, so I'll move on to the next slide. But yeah, the point I was trying to make is, that, in ad tech, because everything got automated, programmatic, and Facebook, Google own the audience now, the cost of the commodity, which is advertising, fundamentally has gone to zero. Because it's automatic. It's not particularly interested, machine driven now. Right? So when you have machines doing everything, they produce commodity. In other words, tomorrow when everything is AI and or robots, it's going to be pretty cheap. There's no value in those things anymore. That's the new China. I don't mean to be offensive, it's the new India, it's the new Vietnam, it's the cycle of creation, destruction, whatever. So, but it's commodity. And sure, you might say, Louis Vuitton's AI builds better bags, and really you should pay, 10 grand for it. And maybe some people will buy that because they really want the marketing part of it. It doesn't really matter today who makes it, really. It's not 10 grand today. Right? So that will continue. But the real premium will, when everything is AI driven, everything is a robot, drones are coming, everything is like a AI interface, and already we're depressed, what's going to happen? This is a serious problem that no one's anticipating, right? Because the inequality is so terrible. It's going to accelerate. Jobs are going to be gone. Machines everywhere. AI everywhere. Your coffee is served by a robot, your bar is served by a robot, this is a terrible future if we don't fix it. And the money is not there either. Wait a minute, basic income and these things, of course that will happen, but that's not living, So that's what. So what do we do? What is this economy? right? So the economy is in the individual human potential, right? And that's what I mean is like this experience, human experience, craft cocktails, craft coffee, craft avocado toast, you know? But at every levels of the premium, somebody who's paying 90 cents today for a coffee would find Starbucks pretty premium. But that happens there. You know, when everything is made by machines and you're getting quilts at $10 online or wherever, made by machines and AI, and even nice ones that are made by Louis Vuitton AI at so and so price, there is still that woman in the Midwest who's making handmade quilts for $50, someone making for $500, $5,000, $5 million. The premium exists in human beings. And when you connect those people to the fabric of commerce, you change the world. Decentralized commerce. The Ubers of the world have to die. Silicon Valley itself has to die. Because it's not working. And what has to be built is a need-based thing. And that's why the world's going to change to decentralization, right? So, but by the way, so what do? How do we address this? Not one at a time, it's impossible. So you have to do it by co-creating the platforms that create the platforms that create the platforms. And you do it at scale, right? So you co-create all these things, you enable these people, and you plug them all into this new world. At every level, right? And like these guys are talking about 10 billion, we're talking about 10 billion, right? 10 billion entrepreneurs around the world. It's not the gig economy, it's the entrepreneurship economy. The gig economy doesn't work. It's fucked people around the world. India, China, go to Uber drivers there and ask them. We live in a bubble, it's absurd. So, and so on. And we know that most of us fail. How are we going to create 1 million of them, right? With better success rate, you need an operating system, you need data for everything, right? So that's what it is, AwakeOS. It's going to be open sourced in 2 years' time. 2022 is when it will be open sourced on February 22nd. But in the meantime, we're building massive amounts of infrastructure and major supply chains around the world. And we're, building the future because we can't wait around for people to do it one at a time. So that's really what it is. So I won't keep going, blah, 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 right? We can talk what it is. Somebody here is talking about human-to-human verified identity. So we should definitely talk. I forget. Yes, we're talking about that, and there's lots of other stuff. But anyway, so we can talk about that. This is the media layer. See, AwakeOS is everything you see and everything you don't see. The media layer and the supply chain. That's it. That's everything. And of course, everything around it, all the 3 other things you need, like analytics and social media, blah, 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 all the AI stuff, etc., etc. But basically, that's fundamentally every business. So that's what it does, and it gives you data for absolutely everything. And AwakeVC, of course, builds it out with the people that understand. Okay, the money is just coming from anyway, I won't go bother to all that stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to really go into this, today. But anyway, okay, I'll stop talking now, so that'll stop it. Let me just stop this thing.
Just want to say.
Stop meddling.
Just want to say, Amit has 100 million users for his product.
110 million monthlies that have crossed last month from the last company that we released, just part of the fabric. So we've already built this stuff at scale in one vertical, which is media, and we're launching several funds that address different supply chains and direct-to-consumer brands in these different verticals.
And raising $11 billion. So, questions? Any questions to ask where to get the money?
I suppose it's easy. It's printing.
I suppose maybe.
Another jewel. Jewel, you raised 18 billion, and you guys.
See, my belief is that the vision fund of $100 billion is cool and all, but they're not built by engineers. They don't know how to build and operate things. They're money managers. They have no idea. So their strategy is to just make or buy or whatever, throw money at the problem. Money is not the problem. So I'm going to do that in $10 billion. $1 billion extra, just for the ideas. But that's the future.
I have a question. You talked about the future, and you talked about money and the supply chain, because I come from supply chain, and you talked about platform. How is supply chain, and how are you connecting the supply chain to this? Because supply chain is
the
very
world
complex.
is a supply chain.
I know, but
Right.
how are you? If you look at it's
See,
very
a supply chain is a fractal. The node of a fractal is a marketplace. The marketplace is also a fractal. The node of the marketplace is a business. End of story. Right? The whole thing is a fractal. So finished. You just build the smallest piece. It's cellular automata. That's why we're building the abstract thing, the OS itself.
so you're connecting every pieces.
Obviously, just connect everything. You're done.
And you think is it that simple to be connected?
Obviously, how else is it simple? Not simple. Complicated way to connect or what? There's only a simple way to connect. Either you're connected or you're not connected. What is the meaning of complicated or simple? Once you're connected, you do whatever you want. You do complicated things or you do simple things. I do only simple things.
All right, 5 minutes is over. Thank you, Amit. Hopefully you guys will